Good afternoon. So, continuing from where we left off, the Sultan now has the first player marker. I am going to finish the last 3 rounds of Risk Europe before all cards are used up for every side. Then they will take all of their cards back and then continue to play the further upcoming rounds. But since the first player marker is owned by the Sultan, he now has the luxury of going first. If you remember, he stole it from the barbarians when he last played a spend order, where he bought a catapult and got 4 extra soldiers stationed in Constantinople for free because of the Constantinople bonus city bonus. That's what the Sultan did, and he took the first player marker from that savage. Let's go on ahead and continue. So the Sultan going first has the luxury of playing a tax. The Sultan gets to tax his kingdom, and even if these barbarians do attack into Bulgaria on the upcoming turn they have, Constantinople will still be safe. Moving on. The savage decides to play a split expand. The savage decides to move and occupy the golden city of Kiev, placing a crown marker and looting 2 gold pieces from the city. He also gets the bonus that is Kiev. You may recruit army units into a non-city territory connected by the Kiev supply line. And he moves up to the 4th, where he has 4 crowns. He played a split expand order, so he expanded in that direction and he expanded in this direction. Because of the Berlin bonus of after expanding, you may also maneuver, he decides to use this and maneuvers 1 territory, 2 territory. He basically ends up with his soldiers in Denmark. His mobility is unmatched. Moving on. The green decides to flip their cards over and play the split expand option. The green decides to expand 1 into the region of Navarro and send 3 soldiers into Brittany. Moving on. Rome decides to make its first movement. They use the maneuver ability. They don't bother using the siege assault bonus because they don't have any siege equipment. They want to maneuver, where they send 3 soldiers from Rome into Lombardy. They're setting themselves up for something. The Sultan, now seeing that the savages have backed off, is now going to, instead of spending its money on more foot soldiers, they're going to go on ahead and tax. Add 4 more coins to the Sultan's treasury. The Sultan is going to try and gain his momentum back soon. Bingo. Over here to the blue, they used another split expand order, as to where send 1 man into Sweden. These Vikings now occupy the golden city of Stockholm. They occupy the city of Stockholm. Every time you are the attacker and win a battle, you collect 4 silver coins from the reserve. Loot. Literal loot. Anyway. Also, they get 3+ coins for taking Stockholm. So, move the savages up 1 more. They only need 2 more cities before they win the game. Moving on. The green play their next split expand order, where they go from Brittany to Dublin. They claim two coins from the treasury due to looting the city. And they send the other guy down to Madrid. They have copped Madrid. They have occupied 2 cities. They move up to 4 crowns. That is a total of 5 coins that they have looted. 2 plus 3. Rome decides to tax its kingdom. Rome now has the biggest amount of money in its coffers. Their coffers are now the most full. That is the end of round 2. Round 3, the Sultan still goes first. The Sultan decides to go on the offensive, plays an expand order. They move their forces into Greece and occupy the city. They pull 2 coins from the treasury because of loot. Move on to these savages over here. These fools. They play a king me card. They decide to take back the first player token to gain the initiative and continue to push off of their newfound momentum. They choose to tax. The blue now collects tax. 3, 4, 5. What's 5? 5 plus 4? That's 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Essentially, the blue collect 15 coins. This is not going to end well for our opponents. Green goes on ahead and goes. Green decides to tax. If you look at all of the cities that they have captured, tax bonus. Do you see these tax bonuses? Four men get placed in Madrid. 2 archers get placed in London. And a free horseman and a free soldier get placed in Paris for free. Green now has the strongest foundation on the board. Moving on to Rome. Rome decides to go on the offensive. They do a split expand where they occupy both these regions. Back to the Sultan. The Sultan plays a split expand. The Sultan decides to send 1 man into Serbia and send the rest of his men into Africa for conquest in the south. By the way, I forgot to give the Sultan 4 extra soldiers because of their expand order. That is on me. I apologize for that. Yeah. Anyway, the Sultan has ended his round. Over to the blue now. The blue does not play the siege assault option due to lack of siege equipment. However, they do choose to expand. And they choose to expand into Finland. Get ready for more conquests. We aim for the city of Novigrad. We will only be 1 more city away from winning the game. The green plays their final card. They tax. Once again, the green, they cuff another 15 coins. Another 15. They collected 15 off of the last tax. So now the green have the biggest coffers. And you have to go on ahead and give another 4 soldiers. Oops, I dropped something. To Madrid. Along with 1 soldier and 1 cavalryman to Paris. And another 2 archers in England due to all of their special effects. With the most solid foundation on the board, they are constantly growing their coffers and building their war machine. They have the healthiest economy right now. Rome plays its final order card. They expand, they do a split expand into Sardinia, occupy the island, keep a watch on these pesky heathens, and they send 2 soldiers into the kingdom of Sicily. Moving on to the next round. Since the Vikings now hold the first player marker again, it's time to push. However, we have run out of offensive order cards. We are going to spend our hard-earned cash to make a push against our enemies. We are going to buy 6 archers. That is a total of 12 gold pieces. We are going to put them in the city of Berlin. We are also going to buy siege equipment, which is going to be 10 gold pieces. We will batter down their walls. However, we are going to do this up here in Stockholm, but we are going to recruit the horde. We're also going to spend 8 gold pieces. Nope, not even 8. All 10 on 10 more soldiers. As a matter of fact, no, we're going to go on ahead and purchase some horsemen. 2 more horsemen, 2 horsemen, and 4 soldiers. That is a total of 10 gold. And because we have the Kiev spending card, we can recruit in non-city territories that are connected to the Kievan supply line. We are going to move into Scotland and descend on these weaklings. That is the first spend card. We will tax again on when we play our next card. The green plays their final card. They play the King Me. They take the first player token. And they spend. We are going to buy siege equipment of our own. We are going to buy 2 siege equipment, and we're going to recruit them in Paris. It's going to cost us a total of 20 gold pieces. But as you can see, our coffers are more than full. We are also going to recruit a massive amount of horsemen. We are going to spend 15 gold pieces on 5 horsemen. Because horsemen cost 3. We are going to go on the offensive against these barbarians, for they are the closest to victory right now. We will get ready for this soon. Moving on. Rome. They play the expand card order. They expand into Zurich and cop 2 more gold pieces, moving them up 1. on the tracker. Moving on. The Sultan plays its card. Fortify. No, not fortify. It's expand. The Sultan decides to expand into North Africa even more, where they cop 3 more gold pieces. That is 1, 2, 3 cities. The Sultan now moves up on the victory tracker. And since he played an expand card, he gets 4 more troops. But for the sake of our next card, no. We put 4 more troops in Constantinople, where our castle is. Our army is growing. We have regained our momentum. Moving back here. The savages decide to play their final card. Leaving them out of cards, they tax. They tax their kingdom. I will refill their coffers in just a moment. The green play their final card. However, they are sadly not within reach of these barbarians. We can only maneuver our soldiers into Lorraine. But we are going to bring as many soldiers as possible, because we are going to crack the fortress. And we are going to leave we're going to leave 3 soldiers behind to defend Paris, despite the fact that we have a castle. Let's not be too bold here. It's going to go down in the next round. Rome plays its final card. Fortify also. So that's 2 fortifies. That's 2 times. So we're going to go on ahead and add another 4 soldiers to Rome. But the only territory we're going to expand in is Venice. Rome now has its foundation set up. They have built their coffers, and by relying on just these 2 cards near the end of the round, we're able to grow their army by the size of 8 in Rome, where the imperial army is now 2 territories away from any territory that is on its outer frontier. Anywhere that Rome is attacked, Rome can respond. However, we should really watch out. I would say watch out for the Sultan in the south, but the green are pretty intimidating right now. We might need a non-aggression pact with them. And the round ends here. The Sultan decides to split expand. The Sultan decides to occupy Morocco and occupy Valencia. On our next turn, on the next round or so, we should really focus on getting our main army from Constantinople down here to southern Africa, where we can threaten major cities like Rome, Madrid, hopefully maybe even take Madrid. Madrid is definitely an asset. It's free manpower, and we threaten it. We threaten it from 2 sides. We threaten it from the south, and we threaten it from Algeria. We're literally touching their shores. This transgression might not be good, but who knows? Maybe we can open up talks with the green. So that right there is, well, all 4 rounds of Risk Europe that I've done. Basically, we just need to shuffle the cards and begin another 4 rounds. But this is the first actual episode. If it was interesting to watch, please, thank you. Thank you for watching. I'm going to continue this later. Yeah, stay tuned again.